Thinking about moving to Texas, but feeling completely lost about where to start? Maybe you've been scrolling through endless TikToks showing shiny new homes in Austin, massive suburban backyards near Dallas, or that dreamy riverside lifestyle in San Antonio. But when you look deeper, the reality hits differently. Some say Texas is a paradise of opportunity, freedom, and lower taxes. Others warn that it's unbearably hot, crowded, or too political, depending on where you land. You're probably wondering which version is true, and more importantly, which part of Texas actually fits your lifestyle. Here's the real talk. Moving to Texas can be the best decision you ever make, or the most stressful, depending on the city you pick. Every region in Texas feels like its own country, from the tech-driven streets of Austin to the ranch lands of West Texas. The truth is, not every area is meant for everyone, and no one tells you that part until you've already unpacked your boxes. That's why this video breaks down what Texans actually experience living in these regions every single day. The good, the bad, and the why didn't anyone tell me this before moments. I've spent years exploring this state, from stormy coastlines near Houston to the windy plains of Lubbock, talking to locals, checking out housing trends, and studying how these areas keep evolving month after month. Whether you're chasing career growth, family-friendly neighborhoods, or simply want more space without breaking your bank, this guide will show you exactly where to look next. Stick around till the end, because the most underrated area in Texas, the one locals are quietly moving to, might completely change how you see the Lone Star State. Texas Overview. Heaven or hustle? Moving to Texas sounds like a dream until you realize this state is basically its own country. One side of Texas feels like Silicon Valley with cowboy boots, while another side looks straight out of an old Western movie. It's the second largest state in the nation, and every corner of it has a completely different personality. Some people imagine endless sunshine, affordable houses, and friendly neighbors grilling in the backyard every Friday. Others imagine long commutes, sudden thunderstorms, and that one neighbor who proudly waves a political flag year-round. The truth is somewhere in between, and that's what makes Texas fascinating. Big dreams, big jobs, and even bigger trade-offs. Texas offers massive opportunity but demands adaptability. The economy is booming, with major employers in tech, energy, healthcare, and education bringing thousands of new jobs every month. From Austin's innovation scene to Houston's global industries and Dallas's corporate power. It's no surprise that families, entrepreneurs, and remote workers are packing their bags and heading south. The no-state income tax appeal is real, but it's balanced by rising property taxes and the occasional shock of summer heat that feels like a hairdryer on your face. It's both heaven for opportunity seekers and a hustle for anyone expecting an easy ride. The cultural blend across Texas is unmatched. You can walk down a street in Houston and hear 5 languages in a single block or step into a small West Texas town where the Friday night lights are the highlight of the week. Every region carries its own rhythm. City lights, coastal breezes, hill country sunsets, or dusty open plains. The trick to loving Texas isn't just picking a zip code, it's picking a lifestyle that matches your pace. So before you start packing your moving truck or scrolling through listings, get ready to see Texas in a way most newcomers never do. What's coming next might completely change where you picture yourself unpacking that first box. Central Texas. The trend zone. When people talk about moving to Texas, the first place that usually pops up is Central Texas. This region has become the heartbeat of the state, where creativity, tech, and tradition collide in the best possible way. Austin is the clear frontrunner, often labeled as the California of Texas, thanks to its booming tech scene, live music culture, and outdoor lifestyle. Over the last few years, this city has drawn thousands of newcomers from across the country looking for job opportunities and that balance between work and play. It's home to major employers in software, AI, and clean energy, while still holding on to its old-school charm with food trucks, festivals, and lakeside weekends. But the glow comes with a cost. Literally. Housing prices have skyrocketed compared to what they were just a few years ago, and rent continues to climb as demand outpaces supply. You can still find great spots just outside the city limits, but you have to move fast because everyone else already has the same idea. Green hills, hot summers, and weekends made for the river. The weather in Central Texas is a mixed bag. The region is greener than you'd expect, with rolling hills and plenty of trees, especially through the hill country that stretches west of Austin and down toward San Antonio. Summers bring humidity that can test your patience. But you also get some of the most beautiful spring and fall seasons in the state. Locals love to float the rivers, hit the hiking trails, and explore wineries that keep popping up across the hill country. The outdoors are part of everyday life here, and that's a huge reason why people stay. Now, while Austin grabs the spotlight, San Antonio quietly continues to thrive as one of Texas's most culturally rich cities. It's a place where history meets modern living. The downtown area revolves around the famous River Walk, filled with restaurants, shops, and live music, while the suburbs like Alamo Ranch, Stone Oak, and New Braunfels are growing faster than ever. San Antonio is also one of the most affordable major cities in Texas, making it a top pick for families looking for space and community without the sky-high prices. It's also a proud hub for Hispanic culture, with deep roots that shape its food, festivals, and sense of family. Central Texas isn't just for one type of person. It's where the tech innovators meet the creatives, the musicians meet the business owners, and the lifelong locals meet the newcomers chasing a fresh start. Whether you're sipping cold brew on a downtown patio or floating down the Guadalupe River on a Saturday afternoon, Central Texas gives you a lifestyle that feels both exciting and grounded. But stay tuned, because while Austin and San Antonio are thriving, the regions up north are making serious moves too, and the competition for the best Texas living is heating up fast. North Texas, the powerhouse, Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Heading up north, you'll find the beating economic heart of Texas, the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. This region doesn't just lead the state in growth. It's one of the fastest expanding metro areas in the entire country. The reason is simple. Opportunity. Whether you're in tech, finance, healthcare, education, or logistics, DFW has a place for you. Major companies continue to relocate their headquarters here because of the central location, business-friendly climate, and a workforce that never seems to run out of ambition. The job market keeps pumping out options for every skill level, and the local economy has proven strong through every major national shift. Where big city shine meets cowboy soul. The lifestyle in North Texas has something for everyone. Dallas represents that polished corporate side with its high-rise offices, designer shopping, and endless dining spots that could make any foodie happy. Fort Worth, just a short drive away, holds on to the traditional Texas spirit, a mix of cowboy culture, rodeo nights, and community pride that hasn't faded with time. Together, they form a perfect contrast. One city moves at full speed, while the other invites you to slow down and enjoy a plate of barbecue under string lights. It's that blend of modern hustle and southern hospitality that keeps people moving here from all over the country. The weather in North Texas is unpredictable but manageable. Summers can hit you with humidity and heat waves, while winters stay mild with the occasional freeze that makes everyone stock up on supplies like it's the end of the world. Tornado season might sound intimidating, yet locals take it in stride with the kind of calm only Texans have mastered. Most of the year, the skies are clear, perfect for outdoor festivals, patio lunches, and those big family weekends that make you forget how busy life gets. Suburbs booming with opportunity, comfort, and connection. The suburbs surrounding Dallas and Fort Worth have exploded with development. Areas like Plano, McKinney, Frisco, and Keller are magnets for families seeking good schools, newer homes, and strong community values. These suburbs have everything: parks, shopping, sports, and some of the best school districts in the nation. Housing prices are higher than they used to be, but still offer solid value compared to other major U.S. cities. If you want a home with space, safety, and solid investment potential, North Texas delivers. Life here moves quickly but comfortably. It's a region built for people who want to grow their careers without giving up family life or personal time. From corporate high-rises to country fairs, North Texas feels like a crossroads between ambition and tradition. Stay tuned, because while DFW is the state's powerhouse, what comes next, down south, might just surprise you with how much heart it carries. South Texas, the culture capital. Houston and surrounding areas. Traveling down south, the landscape changes once again, and suddenly you're in a world that feels bigger, louder, and more diverse than anywhere else in the state. Welcome to Houston, the cultural capital of Texas. This city doesn't sleep. It evolves. Known for its sprawling size, Houston stretches far beyond downtown, blending art, industry, and energy into one massive ecosystem. It's home to one of the most diverse populations in the United States, where every neighborhood tells a different story through food, language, and culture. You can eat at a family-owned taco stand in the morning, grab authentic Vietnamese for lunch, and end your night with live jazz or a NASA engineer talking about space exploration over coffee. That's just a regular Tuesday in Houston. Houston isn't just big. It's built on innovation, energy, and opportunity. The economy here is a powerhouse of its own. Houston anchors some of the largest energy, medical, and aerospace industries in the country. The Texas Medical Center continues to expand, offering world-class healthcare and endless career opportunities, while NASA's Johnson Space Center keeps the city's connection to innovation and science alive. The oil and gas sector still plays a massive role, but new industries in renewable energy, biotech, and tech startups have started balancing the scales, giving professionals a wide range of career paths. Job growth remains steady, and the city's business climate makes it an attractive place for entrepreneurs who want to start something new. Houston's suburbs are where life slows down just enough to breathe. The Woodlands, Sugarland, Katy, and Pearland have become some of the most desirable places to live in all of Texas. They're clean, safe, and packed with excellent schools, master-planned communities, and tons of parks. These suburbs give families the comfort of space without losing access to big city convenience. Over the next few months, housing development continues to stretch even farther out, meaning home buyers have more chances to find affordable options while still staying close to major employers. The climate here? Let's just say Houston loves drama. You'll get plenty of sunshine, but also heavy humidity that makes every walk feel like a workout. Tropical storms and hurricanes occasionally roll through, but the city's infrastructure and preparedness have improved over the years, helping communities bounce back stronger each time. Despite the challenges, locals have a resilience that defines what it means to live in South Texas. There's pride, grit, and a sense of unity that runs deeper than the bayous cutting through the city. South Texas. Culture, opportunity, and that unmistakable Southern heartbeat. South Texas is more than just a region. It's an experience. Whether you are chasing career growth, cultural diversity, or that big city energy wrapped in Southern warmth, Houston and its surroundings deliver a lifestyle that feels alive every single day. Stay tuned, because heading west, the vibe changes completely. Where the city lights fade, the sunsets stretch for miles, and the true grit of Texas begins to show. West Texas. The true grit. Lubbock, Amarillo, Midland. When you head west, Texas starts to feel like a whole new planet. The skyscrapers fade into endless skies. The air gets drier, and the horizon stretches farther than you thought possible. This is West Texas, where life slows down. People wave from their trucks, and you can still find neighborhoods where everyone knows your name. It's a region built on grit, hard work, and genuine community. Cities like Lubbock, Amarillo, and Midland stand as proof that Texas isn't just about big metros. It's about strong roots and self-made lives. Welcome to West Texas, where the sky stretches forever. The climate here is the biggest shift newcomers notice. West Texas is dry, sunny, and windy, with minimal humidity compared to the rest of the state. Summers are hot, but the heat feels cleaner and less suffocating than the coastal kind. The trade-off comes in the form of dust storms and powerful winds that occasionally sweep across the plains, giving this area its rugged cinematic charm. Rain is rare, so water conservation is part of daily life, but the region's bright blue skies and stunning sunsets more than make up for it. When you stand outside during golden hour, you understand why so many people call this area home. It feels like freedom. Economically, West Texas runs on tradition and resilience. Agriculture, energy, and education keep the local economies thriving. The oil fields around Midland and Odessa continue to fuel strong job markets, while Lubbock's mix of healthcare, agriculture, and education gives it a stability that surprises most newcomers. Texas Tech University plays a huge role in shaping Lubbock's identity, bringing in young energy, sports culture, and a constant flow of innovation to balance the town's deep southern roots. Amarillo, on the other hand, blends small city living with major industry support, offering jobs in everything from food production to renewable energy expansion. The pace is slower, but the opportunities are real for those who are willing to work hard and build something lasting. Big value, big space. Small town life with big time freedom. Cost of living here is one of the best kept secrets in Texas. Housing remains remarkably affordable compared to the rest of the state. A home that costs $500,000 in Dallas or Austin can still be found for under $300,000 in Lubbock or Amarillo. The affordability gives people the freedom to buy land, start small businesses, or simply live debt-free in a way that's becoming rare in modern America. Over the next few months, more remote workers and young families continue to move in, realizing they can have a higher quality of life without sacrificing comfort. Culturally, West Texas is pure heartland America. People are friendly, grounded, and proud of their heritage. There's a strong sense of faith, loyalty, and tradition that runs through everything here. From the Friday night football games to the local diners that open before sunrise. It's not a flashy region, but it's authentic. And that's exactly what draws people who want to trade chaos for peace. If you crave wide open space, lower costs, and genuine connection, West Texas offers a lifestyle that still feels untouched by time. But before you settle on the perfect spot, there's one more area of Texas that most outsiders overlook. Lush, peaceful, and quietly one of the most underrated regions in the entire state. It's East Texas, the hidden gem. Tucked quietly between the booming metros and the Louisiana border lies one of the most overlooked yet breathtaking parts of the Lone Star State. East Texas. This region is nothing like the rest of Texas. Instead of dry deserts or endless highways, you'll find dense pine forests, sparkling lakes, and winding back roads that look like something straight out of a movie. It's the kind of place where life slows down. Neighbors still wave from their porches, and small towns carry the same heart they had decades ago. For people looking to escape city chaos without losing access to comfort, East Texas is quickly becoming the best-kept secret worth discovering. East Texas, where green landscapes meet peaceful living. The climate here leans humid but pleasant, giving the land its rich greenery and endless outdoor beauty. It's perfect for anyone who loves nature. There are national forests, lakes ideal for fishing or boating, and plenty of room to breathe. Summers get warm, but the shade from towering pine trees softens the heat, while spring and fall bring some of the most comfortable weather in the entire state. The air smells like rain and soil instead of asphalt, and that alone is enough reason for many to make the move. Cities like Tyler, Longview, and Nacogdoches lead the way in this region's quiet rise. Tyler, known as the Rose Capital of America, offers a mix of charm, healthcare-driven job growth, and affordable housing that appeals to both retirees and young families. Longview continues to expand its industries, blending small-town friendliness with real economic opportunity. Even the smaller towns scattered through East Texas are experiencing growth as more remote workers trade high-priced metros for peaceful living surrounded by nature. Housing prices remain significantly lower than in major metro areas, giving new residents the freedom to own property and enjoy a slower, richer lifestyle without stretching their budgets. East Texas carries a culture built on family, faith, and food. Barbecue joints sit beside home-style diners, church bells ring on Sundays, and weekend festivals celebrate everything from music to homegrown produce. It's a place that feels deeply Texan, but with a softer edge, a reminder that community still matters. The region's blend of affordability, scenery, and genuine kindness has started drawing attention from people who once thought Texas living was only about Austin or Dallas. The hidden gem of Texas. Peaceful, affordable, and full of heart. If you've ever dreamed of owning a home surrounded by trees, watching your kids play in a backyard instead of traffic, or finding peace without disconnecting from opportunity, East Texas is calling. It's the kind of hidden gem that stays with you long after you visit. Up next, let's take a look at how all these regions compare when it comes to cost of living and the real estate realities you'll want to know before packing your bags. Cost of living and real estate. Reality check. Here's where the real Texas story gets interesting. Everyone's heard the saying that moving to Texas will save you money, but that's not the full picture anymore. The cost of living varies drastically depending on where you land, and the difference between a comfortable budget and a financial stretch often comes down to your zip code. Texas still offers incredible value compared to many coastal states, but as more people move in, housing prices and property taxes have climbed faster than most expect. Knowing where your dollar stretches and where it doesn't is the key to making the right move. In cities like Austin and Dallas, housing prices have seen some of the sharpest increases in the state over the past few years. The average home price in Austin continues to hover around levels that shock newcomers who expected small-town affordability. Dallas and Fort Worth follow close behind, with suburban areas such as Frisco and McKinney quickly becoming some of the most in-demand real estate markets in Texas. Rent isn't far behind either, especially in trendy neighborhoods or those within quick commuting distance of downtown job hubs. The upside is that salaries in these metro areas tend to be higher, especially in industries like technology, finance, and engineering, which helps offset the higher living costs for many professionals. Step outside the metros, and your dollar suddenly stretches farther. Move just a bit farther out, and the financial landscape changes completely. In places like San Antonio, Lubbock, or Tyler, you can still find spacious homes for what a one-bedroom apartment might cost in other parts of the country. Property taxes can be a challenge statewide, but there's no state income tax, which continues to attract families and entrepreneurs from high-tax regions. Grocery prices, fuel, and utilities stay close to or below the national average in most areas, though extreme weather months can bump up energy bills, especially during summer peaks. The key takeaway for anyone moving to Texas is that affordability is relative. It's not about how cheap it is, but how much value you get for the life you want to live. One of the smartest moves people make right now is looking into suburbs and secondary cities. Over the next few months, markets like Georgetown, New Braunfels, and the Woodlands continue to show steady demand without the explosive price tags of the major metros. These communities offer access to big city jobs while delivering more home for the money, top-rated schools, and a sense of peace that's getting harder to find in major urban cores. Buyers willing to expand their search radius by even 30 minutes often save tens of thousands of dollars. In a fast-changing market, knowledge is your real advantage. For anyone considering making the jump, do your research and talk to someone who truly knows the local market before signing anything. Prices can shift quickly, especially as more companies relocate to Texas and bring an influx of new residents with them. Whether you're looking for a high-rise apartment in Dallas or a quiet home on a few acres outside Lubbock, understanding the real estate landscape will help you make a move that fits your budget and your lifestyle for years to come. Now that we've broken down what your money really buys in Texas, it's time to figure out which part of this massive state actually matches who you are, because the best place to live isn't just about price. It's about personality. Lifestyle and personality match guide. Now that you've seen what Texas has to offer, it's time to find out which part of this massive state truly fits who you are. Texas isn't just about geography, it's about lifestyle. Every region attracts a different kind of person, and matching your personality to the right area can make the difference between feeling at home and feeling out of place. If you're someone who thrives on innovation, coffee-fueled mornings, and weekend adventures, Central Texas might have your name written all over it. Austin is where creativity and technology meet. The perfect place for digital entrepreneurs, musicians, and free thinkers who want to be surrounded by energy and opportunity. Just outside the city, towns like Georgetown or New Braunfels give you the same vibe with less traffic and more space to breathe. It's ideal for people who want the culture and fun, but prefer peace when the day ends. Ambition, community, and comfort. This is North Texas living. Those who crave structure, ambition, and modern living tend to find their rhythm in North Texas. The Dallas-Fort Worth metro area is built for movers and shakers who value career growth, strong communities, and an endless list of things to do. The metro's suburbs are a dream for families. Safe neighborhoods, solid schools, and homes that still offer more square footage for your money compared to many U.S. cities. It's fast-paced during the week, but surprisingly relaxed once Friday night hits. Life here balances professionalism with good old Texas pride. For people who love diversity, global culture, and big city energy, Houston and its surrounding suburbs are the ultimate fit. Houston welcomes everyone. It's the melting pot of Texas, perfect for food lovers, medical professionals, and anyone who wants a city that never stops evolving. Life here feels international but grounded, where you can meet people from every background while still enjoying that southern hospitality. If you want something quieter and more affordable, but still rich in community values, West Texas could be your place. It's for the practical dreamers, the folks who care more about owning land, raising families, or building something long-term than chasing city lights. There's pride in working hard, supporting neighbors, and living with space around you. It's simple, strong, and refreshingly genuine. Then there's East Texas, a region for those who appreciate nature, tradition, and small-town warmth. It's perfect for people who want slower mornings, weekend fishing trips, and a deeper connection to community life. Remote workers, retirees, and young families alike are finding that East Texas gives them everything they need without the stress or noise of bigger metros. Texas has space for every dream, yours included. Tex has room for every type of dreamer. Whether you're building a business, starting a family, or just looking for a fresh start, this state gives you the freedom to design your life your way. Up next, we'll look at the biggest mistakes people make when moving to Texas, so you can skip the stress and start your new chapter the right way. Common mistakes people make moving to Texas. Before packing up and heading to Texas, it's worth knowing what catches newcomers off guard. The biggest mistake people make is assuming Texas feels the same everywhere. It's not just one lifestyle. Dallas is fast-paced and polished. Austin is creative and expensive. Houston is humid and diverse, while West Texas feels like a different world altogether. Moving here without understanding those differences often leads to regret once the excitement wears off. Weather surprises a lot of people too. The heat isn't mild, it's relentless, stretching for months. Houston and San Antonio stay sticky with humidity, while up north and out west, it's dry but scorching. Then, winter shows up just long enough to remind you that Texas can freeze too. Locals prepare for all of it. Newcomers usually don't. Another mistake is misreading affordability. No state income tax sounds great until property taxes and insurance bills roll in. Housing is still cheaper than many coastal states, but it's not the hidden bargain it used to be. You need to plan carefully to make your money go far. Texas pride runs deep. Come with respect and you'll fit right in. Some also forget that culture runs deep here. People value tradition, pride, and friendliness. but they also expect you to respect their way of life. Jumping in with an open mind makes settling in much easier. Lastly, Texas is huge. So huge that living near your job or favorite city can mean driving an hour each way. Researching traffic patterns and neighborhood layouts before signing anything can save endless frustration. Avoid these simple mistakes, and your move to Texas becomes more than a relocation. It becomes a fresh start that actually feels like home. Up next comes the wrap-up, where we'll tie it all together and help you make that move with confidence. So that's the real story of Texas, a state that's big, bold, and full of options, but definitely not the same everywhere you go. Each region has its own heartbeat, from Austin's creative chaos to Dallas's corporate drive, Houston's cultural mix, West Texas's wide-open peace, and East Texas's hometown charm. The best place to live here depends on who you are and how you want to live. Texas rewards people who do their research, stay flexible, and bring an open mind. If you're planning a move soon, take your time, explore, and let the right city match your lifestyle. Stick around for more Texas insights and real advice to help you make your move smooth, smart, and stress-free. Your next chapter in the Lone Star State might be closer than you think.